Number one, go watch Coca's video about having episodes and just accepting them as they are, right? I tagged her down below. Number two, go get you a notebook because we're about to get into the nitty fucking gritty today. Let's get the fuck into it. Come on. So I relapsed within my stages of change. So I want to come on here and talk about it because I am feeling very shameful and just kind of down on myself, but not in a way that's like I feel like I'm doomed and like nothing, you know, just in a way of like, okay, I relapsed, bitch. Let's pick ourselves back up and let's keep motherfucking trucking because we have shit to do. We can't really afford to just be down about things, because if you allow yourself to be down and stay down, then like it's just a slippery fucking slope. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the stages of change when it comes to BPD recovery, and I'm going to screenshot and put a picture of the stages of change evaluation in here. Be completely honest with yourself about where you are in your stages of change, because that's how you're going to know how to move forward. Number two, get that notebook. Now we're going to go over the actual stages of change, and I guess you can kind of gauge and see where you fall in this before you do the evaluation stage. Stages of change evaluation. Or you can listen to this. You can go do that real quick and then come back and listen to this part of the video. Okay, so number one is the pre-contemplation stage. At this stage, you're not considering changing anytime soon. You're unaware that a problem exists, but family, friends, and coworkers are aware that there's a problem. If you seek help at this stage in this process, it's due to pressures from others. I want to say, if you are in this process, because I see a lot of people come to my page talking about how they suspect that somebody that they're in a relationship with or is in their family has BPD. If you are in this stage and people are coming to you and trying to intervene, know that they love you and they want to see the best from you. And I feel like just with any stage that you are in, especially if you relapse is a stage, know that the people who love you, they want to see you prosper and be your best self. Otherwise, you know, they wouldn't be communicating to you how you hurt them, or, you know, yeah, but don't take them for granted and actually put in the effort because it's worth it. So next stage is contemplation stage. At this stage, you are aware that problems exist, but remain uncertain if you want to change or what's involved with changing. You may be weighing your options. Should you stay where you are or invest effort in doing things differently? You may have purchased this workbook because you're thinking about doing things differently and you want to know what's involved in the process. Okay, and I think that this is a wonderful stage to be in because you're at a stage of acknowledging it. I think because I already had a diagnosis before BPD, I just didn't go through the shame of this. I didn't go through shame, but it's angry time. Okay, it's frustrating to be in a stage of contemplation because it's like I've been operating like this my whole life. It's like, what is the diagnosis gonna do? Can I change? Can I do this? Can I do that? And it's like, yeah, but you have to know that like it's gonna take effort, and anything that's worth having is not gonna be easy. So like, put your big boy panties on and get to it. Okay, I don't want to cry, but yeah. So third stage is the preparation stage. In this stage, you're testing the waters of change. You're committed to doing things differently, and you are getting ready to challenge your BPD symptoms and address issues. This may be why you're going through this workbook. You may have developed a plan or a timeline for incorporating the exercises, techniques, and worksheets of this workbook into your schedule. Okay? So in this one, I scored high on one of these. It says, what areas of BPD do you want to address and overcome? I said my impulsivity and my rage are the two main symptoms that I want to address and overcome. And I will say something about like that. Like, I have really bad impulsivity. You know what? I am working through impulsivity and rage. Rage is more like felt like an internal thing. And you know what's crazy? My dad used to always say like I'm very slow to boil, but shit has always like bothered me, and I never like ever said anything. And like I think that what this last episode really taught me is like you got to get that shit off your chest because it's gonna build, you know. So it's like now I'm like, okay, how do I do that? So yeah, gotta get back on track. Anyway, fourth stage of change is action. In this stage, you're engaged and ready to challenge, control, and defeat those negative beliefs, behaviors, and response patterns related to BPD. You'll go through this workbook and use the skills you learn, incorporating them into your views of self and others and situations you're in. You're committing time and effort to change and growth. At times, during this process of change, you may feel a sense of loss for the old negative beliefs, behaviors, and response patterns that you're leaving behind. Remember that this is a normal reaction, and you should continue to commit yourself to the process of defeating your BPD. I read it in this area as well. It says, what particular issues do you want to change first? And I say fear of abandonment, because to be honest, like, y'all, when I'm by myself, I don't be giving a fuck. I be cool, like, I be chilling. But when I'm interacting with other people, like, my brain, my body just be on some whole other shit. And I think that, like, I know for a fact that fear of abandonment is, like, one of those things that is causing me to sabotage a lot of areas of my life. Has caused me to sabotage a lot of areas of my life, because I'm going to speak that shit into the fucking present, y'all. And I think that's a big thing about it, is like language, how we speak about this shit. But yeah, fear of abandonment is definitely the main thing, because it causes me to overthink. It causes me to talk myself out of opportunities. It causes me to talk myself out of opportunities for change. And it's like, I'm not in the fucking mood. So the next stage is maintenance. By this stage, you've made the changes you need to make. to develop adaptive and healthy response patterns, behaviors, thoughts, and skills for self-control. You're committed to adaptive and healthy functioning. I'm not there yet, but I wanted to highlight this in blue because this is where I want to be. That's where I want to be. Okay, adapting them changes into my life and like actually maintaining them. And honestly, I can give myself more credit because I do have really good coping mechanisms, like my painting, creating, my tapping, my somatic exercises. I just have to work to maintain them, and it's like I'm in between action and maintenance. It's hard though. It's real hard, and it's because I don't have them implemented into my life every single day. That's what is keeping me in between action and maintenance. And there's also other things that I want to do. Like I want to get into an intensive patient program, the IOP program for BPD. But I got to ask my psychiatrist about that because I do want to know like in-depth things about DBT. And last is relapse. That's a stage of this shit. Is relapse. It's natural to slide back into old habits. It might happen while addressing significant triggers, including drug, alcohol, and difficult relationships, or when encountering new barriers to change. You may not relapse, but it's a stage of change because everyone has a unique change process and encounters very individual situations. The most important point about relapse is this. Relapse may be part of your process, but so is re-engagement. Let me say that again. Relapse may be part of your process, but so is re-engagement. Okay? So if you relapse, do not feel down on yourself. And I'm saying this as somebody that is currently feeling down on themselves and is currently feeling so much shame. But I'm just like, I'm not no weak bitch, you know? So I know how to pick myself back up and like move forward. And I just know that like the shit that just happened, I can't let that happen again. So it's like, what do we do the fuck now? Okay?